What is going on, everybody? Your boys are back.
We are back. It's the Week 3 recap for your Picked Last Podcast, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. It is a Wednesday. And guess what? It's the middle of another great football week.
The new XFL will kick off in 2020. Quite frankly, we're going to give the game of football back to fans.
Vince McMahon, if you name the New York football team the New York Bodega Cats, I will get at least a 4-foot tattoo on my back saying the New York Bodega Cats. Do you understand how big, if you understood how big I am and how broad my back is, this is a tremendous financial disadvantage for me. Please, name the team the New York Bodega Cats. Make it happen.
When you look at Kelvin Benjamin, guys, he's 6'5", he's 245 pounds. He's probably a Popeye's biscuit away from being a tight end.
Okay, Tires, if you take a hit, you gotta get back up.
John.
You better kick it up a notch and get us home. There's always gonna be nails on the road to victory, but you keep on going.
I'm going to look you right in the eye, and I'm going to say that the Dolphins are winning the AFC East this year. 10-6.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the Picked Last Podcast. We're in the Palladium. We are riding high off of a wonderful win this past weekend. It was a wonderful day. Sunday couldn't get any better. Division game week 2. Dallas comes out on top. I'm here playing to the crowd.
The worst part is, this might be our best intro.
Ladies and gentlemen, much like the Super Bowl, the big game, much like the big game is not played at Gillette Stadium, it is on location at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. We are not in the Picked Last Palladium today. Instead, we're at
The DeQuatro Dome.
the DeQuatro Dome. Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one.
Thanks for the introduction, William Shatner.
A much more mild reveal than being like, we're in Atlanta, Georgia. We're here.
Maybe we're on Media Row. We're right there with them. We're asking the hard questions. Ray Lewis, what's it like being back at the scene of the crime?
We're actually 15 minutes further away from Atlanta.
Than we were previously.
Yeah. I was actually closer to Atlanta before, but I actually went a little further out. Yeah.
So we are here for the big game, the big season finale.
Yeah,
if you will.
I think we're allowed to say the Super Bowl, right?
Well, we've been saying it for the past 16 weeks, so it's going to stop us now.
I was just saying the big game because I wanted to say the big game. Now, before we get to this week's episode, we have to cover the tragedy that took place this past Wednesday night. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Chris Bukowski for coming out on the show. Did a fantastic job. And unfortunately, nobody is ever going to hear it.
Well,
why? Because I'm a fucking idiot and it was on the wrong mic.
If you ever hosted your own podcast before with your own podcast equipment, this shit happens 99% of the time.
Of course.
Yeah. If this never happened to you, you're obviously working for XM Radio.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
So I knew it was, sorry, real quick. I knew it was bad when before I even pulled away, I got a Facebook phone call from Andrew, and I'm like, that's weird. Maybe that was an accident. And I click and he's like, Mike, we have a problem. I'm like, I was like, dude, I just left.
The feeling in the pit of my stomach when I heard the playback on that.
Right.
And I have a new theory where it is the Perkowski curse. Where it's actually not my fault, it's Chris's fault.
The Perkowski presence.
Because if you remember, Chris was on the preseason Palooza.
Right.
And for some unknown reason, the microphone changed, and all of our voices were like super deep.
Yeah.
And we have no idea why that happened.
Yeah.
So I think it's like cursed every time.
And
Chris
he came
comes
on my show with one of the time on the Movie Man podcast, and one of the times that the system crashed. Yikes. So it could be him.
Maybe it's him.
I think technology is just allergic to him.
And I know Chris gave me like this whole heartfelt apology, and now I'm like, it's your fault. But
yeah, man.
But no, for real, shout out to Chris for coming through. He killed it, and I'm
was
so upset nobody will hear that episode.
Yeah, it was good times.
I think Mikey had one of the best.
Let's not talk about it.
Flubs.
His failure.
When he thought,
I got confused. I was thinking of Al Michaels, and I thought...
No, you thought it was Al Michaels.
No, yeah, I thought Sam Rosen was Al Michaels, and that was a big flub on my part, but I was out of it that day.
Yeah,
I
Al
came
Michaels
late.
Calls every Ranger game.
Yeah, I was all fucked up last week. I was really hoping you guys would forget about it.
Oh, no. That was one thing I couldn't let go from the last episode.
To give Mikey credit, Sam Rosen does look an awful lot like Al Michaels.
They do look alike.
Not at all.
And they kind of sound alike, too. Yes, they do.
Don't. No, they don't. Mikey, please
Sam
stop.
Rosen just has less hair. That's about it.
And... Yeah, no.
No, not at all.
Not even close.
Not at all.
Bro.
We all know you've come right here to the Picked Last podcast just to hear our Al Michaels, Sam Rosen banter.
Yeah,
that's why you're listening to the Super Bowl episode. Now, of course, last week's episode was supposed to be our award ceremony, our end-of-the-year award ceremony.
They're old guys.
They're
just
Pickies
old-looking guys.
And oh, my God. If you guys can see right now, the way Mikey's Warzone is set up with 3 monitors, and he has one monitor with Sam Rosen, and the other monitor filled with Al Michaels, and he's just shrugging.
I guess they look alike.
Now, we just want to quickly run through all of the awards that we came to the conclusion on. Of course, the way the episode worked was that we all presented a nominee. We had a debate. Chris would choose the winner of that episode. If everything had gone well, would have been a fantastic one. But of course, that didn't happen. Mm-hmm. So we're going to go through the list right now of all the winners that were chosen. We'll start with the lasties, which are the awards for the worst of the year. We'll start with the Talking Head Award, Worst Commentator. Booger McFarland, Mikey's nominee. Worst Coach, Mike McCarthy, my nominee. The Scum Award for the biggest scumbag in the NFL, Reuben Foster. That one went to Bryan.
That's me.
The LVP, Least Valuable Player. We were in agreements with like fucking NFL memes, I think it was. Mm-hmm. Nathan Peterman.
Yeah.
A big last-minute swerve. You were going to go with Marcus Peters.
I was going to do Marcus Peters.
You switched it around.
Yep.
And Nathan Peterman got you the gold on that one. Now moving over to the Pickies. The winners for our Pickies were Best Commentator, Tony Romo, Bryan's choice. Biggest moment was the Amari Cooper deflection, which I just want to point out the NFL said the best play of the year was the Miami Miracle, my nominee. So I have been screwed once again.
Didn't really do much to help.
Coach of the Year, we had Frank Reich as our winner. Of course, I believe Matt Nagy won the NFL honors.
That was smart.
Yeah.
I mean, he should probably just hand it to Khalil Mack and be like, yeah, thanks, bud.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard. Bryan with the winner there. Mm-hmm. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Saquon Barkley. Once again, right in the ballpark. That was the correct, what the NFL honors also believe.
And Pepsi, too.
Yes.
Big weekend for sure.
Big weekend.
Sorry,
Baker fans.
Back to the kitchens with you.
The MVP, we were also in agreement, Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, Pat Mahomes.
Probably the easiest of the categories was MVP. So we just wanted to announce those winners because we spent 2 hours debating them, and unfortunately they will never be heard.
Yeah, the fact that like half of my picks were just made up on like the fly, and I still won a couple of fucking...
It was fantastic. Some plot swerves.
Even though I think we had a tiebreaker, it was like the most like bonehead play. Did we say that?
Yeah, it was like biggest bonehead play. Worst play.
Worst play. What it was.
I said the double doink.
The double doink.
I don't remember what you said, but
I said it was Alex Smith's breaking his leg.
Yes,
and because it tanked the Washington Redskins in a very easily winnable division.
Absolutely. So that was like our tiebreaker. Yeah. So you won the award show.
I forgot what the other one was.
Hoping we'd forget about that.
I win awards, except when it comes to picking scores.
And we will see about that later in the episode.
Did you bring the trophies?
Yeah, I have the.
So we have trophies here for our little side bet that apparently we've had stakes in, which I didn't know.
It just became a thing.
With it on the Pro Bowl. So we decided to get two trophies. One is of great detail. It looks like a monster or a Jersey Shore Guido with his pants down. Because that's what you get.
That's also offensive.
How is it offensive?
The Guido is not a...
It kind of looks like...
a Ginzaloo.
It kind of looks like Blanca from Street Fighter. But like
it kind of looks like
younger
that.
Brother.
Yeah. Also, he might have gone Super Saiyan.
Now, this is the award for last place because he was caught. You are caught with your pants down.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So whoever gets third place in the Picked Last postseason predictions,
Yes.
because we love alliteration here on the show,
Yep.
will be walking away with their pants down.
Yes.
Now,
Figuratively, not literally.
for the head honcho,
That's right.
the winner of it all, you will be King Shit, where we have got a toilet with a crown on it, and that is your trophy. We'll take some photos.
I'll put it up.
We should post those up. Yeah.
So either way, I've done the math.
Good for
Either
you.
way, I'm walking out of here with a trophy. I just have to pick the opposite of one of you two.
Oh, that's a tough.
But what happens if, like, let's say me and you pick the Pats and he picks the Rams, and
You have the better point
Pats
differential.
win.
You have the better
points
point.
differential.
So I would get first place. Brian would get last because he picked the wrong team, and you'd be stuck in the middle with the point differential.
Yeah, I'm not picking the same team as you. That's my goal.
So, whose team are you going to pick the same as, me or as Andrew?
Statistically,
I'll find out.
yeah,
So he
yeah,
has to pick
see
it
you.
too.
So if he's not picking the same as you, he has to pick the same as me.
Yeah.
That's true.
Fun.
So I think Mikey picks first. So let's get into a little bit of preview for this game.
Yeah.
Now, of course, what time do we got now? 5
It
o'clock?
is 5:11.
Now, the way this episode, of course, if you're listening to this, the Super Bowl's already happened.
Yeah.
You know the way the game went. But we have no idea.
Not a clue.
We're recording this pregame, and then we're going to give our postgame thoughts.
We have an hour and 20 minutes before kickoff.
And we will not be going for an hour and 20 minutes with a one-game
This is
preview.
true.
But, so, I guess we'll start at the jump. I mean, Pats, Rams. Where are you guys feeling? Who do you think has the advantage tonight?
Man. I don't know, dude.
It really is going to be close.
It's going to be a real close game.
Which which bodes for a great game.
They're playing in a what was it, a half dome or whatever it is, where it's a retractable roof. So
I believe
don't,
it's going to be closed most of the night.
If it's going to be closed, then
Chick-fil-A will be open today.
They're opening it. For
is
the
it open today?
No, it's Sunday.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's still the funniest thing. The biggest fucking event happening, and Chick-fil-A is closed.
What's the bigger event, Mikey? The Super Bowl or the
Lord's Day
or the Rapture? You know,
Oh, that's true.
because you will be judged.
That is true. Yeah, I don't know. I think if they're going to be playing in a retractable, like in a dome with it closed, I think the Rams might have the upper hand just because, you know, that's kind of what they're used to playing in, like with that kind of like no weather, you know.
Okay.
How are they?
I don't know.
Wait. How are the Rams?
Because in LA, it's always nice weather.
But they played in some shit weather before.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm saying if they'd be comfortable playing in their practice field weather, you know what I mean?
It's interesting to me because you have a team like the Rams who is very similar to the Chargers in the way that almost every game has felt like an away game this year.
Yeah.
And they've kind of been road warriors. And then you have a team like the Pats who is just so used to being in the Super Bowl that it almost like it doesn't faze them. It doesn't matter where they're playing, who they're playing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it kind of is even ground on that, I feel like, where it feels like a comfortable away game for both teams.
Yeah.
I think it'll come down to, I mean, as far as that aspect of who's got more fans in the stands, which I think will be the Pats. Because I think the Rams don't have a lot of fans in LA.
No, they don't have a real strong fan base as of now, but I think because their hype has probably brought a lot more like eyes to them.
Possibly. I love that famous clip of when they won the game to go to the Super Bowl, and it was like a bar.
Oh, and they're like,
with, three people clapping, and then the one guy's like, "Is that game?" Like they're like the people are going crazy. They're like crying that they're going to the Super Bowl. And the guy's like, "Is the game over?" Like,
well, I mean that's just tough because that's a base that's never had football, really a good football team in a while. I think the last team they had was the fucking Raiders in like '94 or whatever. But it's not a good sports base anyway. Dodgers fans they're terrible. Kings fans probably suck too.
Kings fans are actually pretty.
All LA cares about is the Lakers.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but the Kings, they're kind of up there. I think more people care about the Kings.
Right.
I feel like it's hockey in general. Like if you're a fan of hockey, like you're pretty diehard to your team.
Yeah,
they got in because of Wayne Gretzky and they stayed. All right, so let's make some predictions.
You want to get right into predictions?
We should. I mean, how much time we got?
We're only at 12 minutes.
We're only at 12 minutes?
Yeah.
So what are we doing? We're just vamping?
Just talking about the game.
Just talking about the game. All
right, so let's see. Tom Brady's been here, and this is his 9th Super Bowl.
If he wins this, he gets 6, right?
Yes. He will have all 6 Infinity Stones.
Yes. He will be able to snap away half the NFL. Yes.
By the way, I love that you sent us the Gridiron Heights for this week.
Oh yeah,
that was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, do you think? I mean, you have to think Brady has the upper hand in the quarterbacks against Goff, who's never been in a Super Bowl.
Yeah. I mean, Brady going up against any quarterback, I think, is kind of an unfair advantage.
Brady won his first Super Bowl when Sean McVay was 15 years old.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, do you think we're going to see pullback coach today?
No, he actually is not. I just read
What?
it. Pullback coach did not make the trip.
What?
He's recovering from a medical procedure.
I don't want to watch.
If they lose,
I'm going
you know whose fault it is.
Guys, I've had enough.
All right.
Pullback coach is not going. See you guys later.
Bye. And he's gone.
And
let's talk about how dumb his hat is.
The joke's on you. I'm still here.
Oh no! How awkward. He's right next to me.
I faked closing the door.
I should have seen him. He was right there.
It was all a ruse. Oh, that breaks my heart. I thought pullback coach was going to be there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did.
Uh-oh. Mike's whole warship shut down.
No.
No, we're forced.
So Mikey's 3 computers and none of them stayed on.
Do you think the Rams defense is going to play a big part in today's game?
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that's going to be the story of the game.
I think the Rams have a better defense than the Chiefs. Like, especially the front seven. They're better. They're better off. Aaron Donald and Nottingham Suh have been tearing it up. I think the Chiefs 2 weeks ago had no pressure on Brady, and this is now completely different animal.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna be, I think Brady might be he'll be rushed in the first half. It's the second half that I worry about Brady.
Yeah,
because like Atlanta did the same thing where they came out strong against him, and then that second half it's like they just fell apart. It all depends on how they. They worked it.
I think when it comes to the Super Bowl, the Patriots try to be a second half team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They try to let you burn yourself out.
Yeah, they try to let you gas yourself up,
mm-hmm.
put up a lot of points, or have some really successful drives, and then they switch it up on you.
Yeah, because
the Falcons won is.
How long is the halftime show? It's an hour.
Something like that.
Yeah.
All momentum dies.
Exactly. So if you are going in hot to the locker room when that fucking stupid show goes off. And then you're coming back stiff. You're coming back, tense. If the Patriots, if they're down, all they have no pressure on them because they don't have to hold the lead against the Patriots.
Yes,
you do.
Yeah. Exactly. I think that's going to be the story of this game. I think the Rams get ahead early, and I think the Pats come back.
Do you think
it becomes a very close game?
You think Todd Gurley's going to be effective today?
Yes, I think.
I think him and C.J. Anderson.
Yeah, I think kind of the double-headed running system they've developed is going to work.
Yeah, because I think they said this week that Gurley's knee is close to 100%.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. I think he's good to go.
All right.
Yeah. I think having the kind of the workload eased up on him for a little while, I think it's going to all systems go for him.
Yeah.
I think he only had 5 attempts in the game against New Orleans.
Something like that. But
small,
hey, if they've made it here and they haven't needed him in the past few games, he can only add. You know?
Yeah. I mean,
shout out to C.J. Anderson for being here right now.
Right.
That guy's impressive.
Yeah, he tore up the fucking Dallas defense.
Yes, he did.
Tore him up.
Also, shout out to Dante Dion, who started this year on the Giants and is now on the Rams, going to the Super Bowl. Good for you.
Yeah, good for you.
I didn't even know that. Because I follow a bunch of Giants.
Right.
And then, I saw his thing, and it said, as I knew we let him go, and I didn't know he went to the Rams. And he has, his Super Bowl jersey. I was like, good for you. Good for you.
Who's that dude that was on the Jaguars that got traded to the Rams, mid-season? Oh. There's a linebacker who got traded, and he was on the fucking Jags on the shit, And then they were going, oh, god damn it.
I don't remember.
I do not know.
No, yeah, because,
Isn't Jeremy Hill playing today?
Uh,
I'm pretty sure is he on the Pats?
And we don't know the depth chart to both teams.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw something that was mind-blowing.
He's a running back for the New England Patriots.
Yeah, he could have a Super Bowl ring by the end of today.
Oh, Dante Fowler Jr. That's who it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
The guy who didn't he in like his first season like tear his ACL?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's rough.
Yeah.
So do you guys want to get into a little predictions?
Yeah, let's go.
Little postseason predictions. First off, let me pull up the standings as they are. Oh, they're right here. Perfect.
We're all 5-5, right?
We are all 5-5. I am leading with 96-point differential. Mikey, 142-point differential. And Bryan at 203.
Yep.
Every game that I predicted has been in like that 20 to 30 points for each team or something like that. And they've either been blowouts or they've been like not high-scoring games. So my points are just like always off.
I just got lucky with winners. I haven't got anything close to scores.
Yeah. So who wants to go first? Should we? We should have prepared and put like names in a hat.
That's true.
So there could have been like strategy to this.
All right.
You know what? You know what? For computers, do like a random generator.
I'll just go first.
Mikey's going first. I'm gonna write this down. We need this.
I'm gonna go Rams 28-21.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that if they were the team to beat the Patriots, I think they would be the team. That's not the Eagles, the Giants.
Okay.
I am going to go also Rams. I am going to go 27-24.
3 points.
Yeah.
3-point Parker.
3-point Parker.
I think the Rams are built like the past two teams to beat the Pats in the Super Bowl. They have a great run system, a great double-headed run system, a stout defensive line that's really going to disrupt Brady all day.
Okay.
And I think that's going to play a big part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pick... I'm taking the Patriots.
Yes.
38-27.
38-27.
38-27.
Okay. A little high scoring.
I mean, you could have, for the Pats, you could have said like 90-84.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because for you, it comes down to the winner.
Yeah,
now I have a question.
Yeah.
When it comes to the final score of the final game, is that an instant win if it hits? Like, what do
you mean? Say like,
so, like, even if Bryan, or like, say me, like, say my score hits.
Like your exact score.
My exact score hits. Does it bypass the point differential if we both pick the same team?
I mean, I don't think so. I don't know why it would.
No,
because his team would also win. He would also have a win, too.
No, I know. That's why I was asking the exact score.
So then you get credit for, holy shit, you hit the exact score.
Yeah.
Fucking.
You should have played a box for that.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to pick a box before the numbers are drawn.
Yeah.
No, these are the ones that have the numbers out there.
My numbers are not good for my box this year. So
every year, I talk football, all my friends at work, we never do work boxes.
They do work boxes in the morning, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get in on this shit.
I don't trust them.
Yeah. All right, well, that is it for our predictions.
We will see you after the game.
Or we will see you right now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was a game.
That apparently was a game.
I think I speak for everyone when I say we're all barely awake right now from the football game that we just watched.
I took a day off of work for this.
Yeah. Oof.
That really was just not fun to watch.
You can have the preseason predictions.
Yeah.
That's the biggest L of the night.
Yeah.
Taking off today.
I mean, when it comes down to it, the game itself was boiled down to bad offenses playing against good defenses. And it wasn't up until the fourth quarter when Brady finally managed to work his way to the red zone, and it just was bad all around.
It was a defensive battle. That's all it was.
That was it. It wasn't a bad game. It was a defensive game.
Yeah,
it was a defensive game, but the offenses weren't playing well.
That's why you say it's a defensive game.
No, but I'm saying even Jared Goff is missing passes terribly. It wasn't the defense.
It was
bad throws.
It was a defensive showdown. It was the crowd was 90% Pats fans.
Oh, East Coast bias right there. Yeah.
I think I kind of said that before the game. We were I said I think LA has the fan base. It's really going to show out.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they fucking they going cross country for a team that they don't even care about.
Yeah.
You're expecting a lot.
The final score 13-3.
13-3. I
The
think
Pats.
lowest scoring Super Bowl of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They barely edged that game out.
16 total points, but one media mogul thrown in jail.
Yeah. Honestly, I was more entertained by Portnoy being thrown in jail.
Yeah.
Towards like the after halftime when that was going on, I was like, I'd much rather watch all this drama unfold.
Oh yeah. The best part about it is like he's being carried out to "She Will Be Loved." He's being carried out of the stadium. That's hilarious.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh god, this chair does not sound good.
No, sorry.
Yeah, no, it was a total snooze fest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's such a weird damper on the season. Oh, by the way, because we do have like the game, whatever's left of it, on with no sound in the background. They accidentally showed this commercial on the NFL Network like 2 days ago.
Oh, really?
And everybody was like, "Oh, gross, so fucking biased." It's like, well, I'm sure they had commercials planned for both, but yeah, they accidentally aired this. Of like, you Patriots fans, your team just won the Super Bowl.
With the sweet Blu-ray DVD.
Nobody's gonna buy that. Nobody wants to relive this game.
Oh, Patriots fans do. That's all.
Do they?
Yeah.
Out of all the Super Bowls there's been, this is the one you want to relive?
I'm telling you, this is one of those, like, like I said, it's the slow turning knife of the Patriots' victory. It's like no matter what you tried to throw at the Patriots, you tried throwing the best young quarterback, best young coach at them, and they just so what did they do with the one of the highest powered offenses? They slowed them down. They took away everything from them.
Yep.
You know, they took away their running game. They took away their passing game. They made Goff look like this guy, like, oh, he's a cool customer, whatever. And now they make him look like he fucking's like a practice squad quarterback.
I felt like Goff just or like, whether it be McVay or whoever's running their offense, kind of really strayed from the path that was their playbook.
McVay calls the offense. He lets Wade Phillips call the defense.
That was not the Rams that we saw all year. Like, he tried so hard to just mix up their offense,
right,
and it did not work at all.
So are we now firmly on the Scott McVay's a dummy?
I wouldn't say that.
I mean, he still brought the Rams to the Super Bowl. You can't discredit him for that, but I mean, calling a bad game is you can. But
I mean, I just think it's like it's Belichick.
He had 2 weeks to prepare for this, though.
Belichick's the GOAT. Like, I just think nobody out game plans Bill Belichick. Mm-hmm. I think Scott McVay's a fine coach. I don't think he's
Tom
a dummy.
Coughlin out coached.
Yeah, he's a great coach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, I wouldn't say he's a bad coach. I just think
So, a little highlight after the game. Tom Brady kissed Robert Kraft.
Right on the mouth?
Right on the mouth.
Yeah, he kisses a lot of guys on the mouth.
Also, it was actually kind of nice to see, he embraced with Brendan Cooks.
That's
former teammate.
Mm-hmm.
And Julian Edelman is thanking him that he's probably going to be the Super Bowl MVP after being suspended for 4 games this season for getting caught with steroids.
Did they announce the MVP yet, or are we still waiting on
No, we're
that?
still waiting on it. I think it's going to be Edelman.
It's got to be. It's got to be.
There's no way they give it to Brady. Brady didn't play well other than Edelman carrying.
When did Brady sit out his 4 games? When they won against the who they played before the fucking...
The Falcons. The Falcons.
So he sat out 4. That seems to be the way to go if you're a Patriot. If you want to have an MVP Super Bowl, you get suspended for 4 games, and then you win the fucking Super Bowl MVP. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, this game was a really big snooze fest.
Yeah.
And I'm all for defensive matchups, but this was just... It's one thing when the offense is playing well and then the defense is just stopping them in the red zone. Like, I'd rather see like a 21-21 kind of game where it's like, rather than 3-3 all the way up until the 4th quarter.
I mean, I don't know. I for a defensive game, I like this one a lot better. This was, you thought Tom Brady, like you thought in the beginning of first possession, Tom Brady throws an interception. So you're thinking, oh shit, that's it. Rams are taking over, and the Rams cannot convert on third downs to save their fucking lives. Then the Patriots they did a slow thing. They got like midway, but then they had to punt it, and then the third quarter, that's when everyone started scoring. It was a field goal and then a touchdown. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It was a rough game to get through, but it was a probably for a Patriots fan, it's like a slow sip of like wine for them.
Yeah. It's just a problem because like there's not much we can talk about with this game. You know, like we're trying to like.
I mean, Edelman was fucking unbelievable. Like the fact that he, like everybody else on the offense, covered like crazy. Chris Hogan couldn't fucking get his hands on the ball. Gronkowski, I think, had like 6 catches or something. Julian Edelman, he got looked at and just people backed off him.
Mm-hmm.
Like what the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time we hand out some awards.
Hey.
So we have our Picked Last Postseason predictions. Now, coming in last place, caught with his pants down,
nice,
Mr. Michael DeQuattro, with a 5-6 record, 175-point differential.
I like it. This trophy represents me perfectly.
Absolutely, as he poses for the photo.
Thank you.
Coming in second.
Wait, hold on. I would like to
Give a speech.
I would like to thank everybody who didn't believe in me because the low expectations were perfectly the expectations that I like to live up to.
So, even if somebody believed in you, you still failed them.
Yes, 100%. One of the things that attracted my girlfriend to me was on
is that she could do better.
Was on my Tinder profile. I said if you have low expectations, I'm perfect. And you know what? With low expectations, I am perfect. Thank you very much for this award. I appreciate it. And this is also the cooler of the 2 trophies. Yeah. So I'm happy I won this. Thank you, everybody.
Right.
Congratulations. As we watch Will Fork make his way down with the trophy.
That sweet Versace t-shirt.
Coming in second place.
Which looks like some Etsy guy just fucking did it.
Coming in second place, Mr. Mediocrity himself. Me, motherfuckers. Me.
3-point Parker himself.
3-point Parker. 5-6 tied with Mikey. However, 131-point differential.
What was my point differential?
175.
All right.
Mine was under 100 until tonight, and now it's 131.
Oof.
Yeah.
Emmitt Smith, baby. Let's go.
The closest the Cowboys come to that award in years.
Beautiful.
I'd like to give the speech of thank you to all the Parkaholics who stood by me throughout this entire season. We rode through the Teal Dream together. We rode through the predictions together.
We surfed the wave.
And while I may not be in first on the scoreboard, I'm number 1 in all of your hearts, and I'm number 1 in point differential, and I'll never forget that. So boom, baby, Mr. Mediocrity himself. That's me.
Oh, Lord.
And in first place, our champion. Not only the champion of the awards, but the champion of predictions.
That's right.
Mr. King Shit himself.
Mr. Ask Him About Winners, but not scores. Bryback at 6-5. I don't know if you call you Bryback. I don't call you that on the show.
Yeah, it's alright.
6-5.
It like slips back into like.
Yeah. The differential of points.
Joe Namath has it? Yeah. Every time I turn my head, there's someone new.
Someone else has this trophy.
Like, why are they walking it so far?
Because they have to. Everybody's lined up to kiss it.
So
look at Gronk trying to mouth kiss.
Does this thing drink Bud Light?
Oh, did you just see that? Gronk just trying to deep throat it. He goes behind it and he's like, oh my god.
On that note,
fucking lunatic.
Mr. 6-5.
I think that was my acceptance speech right there.
With a point differential of 252. Brian, congratulations.
Thank you.
You are the king shit.
Did anybody else see it happening any differently?
I mean, I did. I saw the Patriots winning. The Rams winning.
Here's your problem. You let Mikey go first, and then you agreed with him.
I did.
You never do that.
No.
It is official. Wide receiver Julian Edelman has won the Super Bowl MVP award.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So I called that in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So,
but conveniently not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast.
Not on the podcast.
Yes.
Sorry.
So now, let me see. Let me think real hard about this. What can I say? I'm the smartest. I know the most. I'm the most well prepared, and I am the best of the pick. I am the pickies of the Picked Last podcast. Get that picture right.
That was good.
Yeah, that's a good
picture.
One.
There you go.
That's a good picture.
That's right.
So
my hand's bigger than the fucking trophy.
I will happily be your opposite of the lasties.
You're my Bizarro, which is
I'm your Bizarro, which is you're the king of the pickies. I'm the king of the lasties.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm right down the middle. It's just how I like to call it.
You're bland.
Seriously, my hand is bigger than the trophy.
Listen, pal.
Holy Jesus.
Hey, mine is too.
Yeah,
Interesting.
mine is too. My non-existent trophy. Visual gags on an audio podcast.
Oh my God! So this was a fun season. This is our first.
This was a very fun season,
and we're closing it out now.
The confetti's fallen.
Of course, you guys will have plans for new shows.
Yes,
throughout the off season.
The baseball show, which will probably start within the next week or so.
Okay.
Maybe next 2 weeks.
Now, are you going to call it just Picked Last, or are you going to have a name for
I think Picked Last
show?
presents.
Okay.
Yeah.
Presents baseball.
Presents baseball. Presents the baseball
there it is.
show. I mean, I could probably come up with another name within if you give me time.
We'll plan that out.
I'm like a Scott McVay. If you give me 2 weeks, I could definitely come up with a fucking bonehead idea of a game plan.
I, for one, feel like the Patriots right now, like I'm going to Disney World in the off season because I'm gonna have some free time now. Mm-hmm. And we will see you guys. I mean, as far as Picked Last goes, we'll probably see you guys for the draft.
That's right.
Yeah.
Of course, we'll have plans for that on Twitter.
The same day as Avengers Endgame.
Yes, of course. Once again.
Let's hope not.
It is. We looked it up already.
Yeah.
Once again, it is the same fucking night.
God damn it,
right?
dude.
Like, come on. Come on.
Oh, my God.
That's twice the Avengers have fucked us on this podcast. So we would really quick just thank you to everybody who's listened to us throughout
and who
this
will
first
continue
season.
to listen to us.
Yeah,
Yes.
This has definitely been a growing experience from about a year ago when we were like a Twitch show and didn't even have a direction
Yeah.
to being here now for the finale at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
We've come a long way, gentlemen.
That's
And
right.
I'm very proud of us all.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I'm very much looking forward to the baseball season.
I am
And I'm
too.
very looking forward to our draft show.
Absolutely.
That's going to be hype.
And the entire next season of football to come.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cowboys 2020, let's go.
XFL 1 year away.
Year of Teal Part 2.
Dude, XFL, I can't wait for that.
I
shit.
cannot
can't
wait for the XFL. I really don't give a fuck about the AAF next week.
No.
But
No one cares.
Like there's a part of me that might just put it on in the background just so there's some semblance of football still in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be so embarrassing to watch, though.
I know.
It's going to be rough.
But like, just think about it. When you have to wake up next Sunday, there's no football on. And it's just like,
we could just play football.
We can.
Yeah.
And I'm definitely down to. Just
Yeah.
not with randoms. that we have to play flag football with.
Oh,
Jim
man.
Nance has a lot of confetti in his hair right now.
Jim Nance lives for this moment.
Where's Tony Romo?
They don't let him on the field.
Romo, he doesn't want to be on the stage. He's like, this brings up too many harsh memories.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Dance, drop that ball.
thank you again for everybody. If you would like to find us, Brian, where could they find you?
You could find me over at Movie Mayhem Pod on Twitter, at Movie Mayhem Podcast on Instagram. We just wrapped up season 4, and season 5 will be coming eventually. I don't know when yet, but
Do you know what movie you're going to lead in with?
No.
Do you have any ideas? No, not yet.
No, not yet. I'm thinking.
All right. Transformers 2.
Ew.
Gross.
Yeah, gross.
All right, Andrew, how about you?
You could find me over at Bullduck Gaming because video games don't have an off season.
Oh.
You like that?
You're gonna like come around the fucking May like I wish they had a fucking
Like,
off
wow, I
season.
wish I didn't talk about video games.
Wish I didn't
every week.
fucking bite off more than I could chew.
So you can find us on any podcast service at Bullduck Gaming, twitch.tv/Bullduck Gaming, and Twitter at Bullduck Gaming. That's about all I got to plug right now.
All right. You can find me at on Twitter, Dequats, DEQUATS, and also now you can find me on the G Fuel Twitch streams on Fridays and Sundays.
Just shaking
Just
it up.
shaking
Just
it up.
shaking it up.
Just shaking it
Just
up.
shaking
Just
it up.
shaking it up, bro.
As the new Twitch producer, I'll be there playing some Fortnite with my boss and my 2 coworkers, and having a good time.
Tune into G Fuel and tell them that the Picked Last podcast sent you.
That's exactly
So then
what
Mikey's
it is.
boss can ask him what the hell that is. And then he has to explain.
Well, guys, it's been a fun season.
It certainly has, and we will see you all in the next one. where hopefully the Patriots are not the fucking champions.
Yes.
But I'm still the champion. So.
Also, hopefully, it gets a little bit more entertaining.
Also, you all better have those trophies next year when we do this again.
Dude, it's never leaving the top of my computer.
I can't make any promises.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we love you.
Take care.